Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make freezer apple pie filling. I was given a case of apples that were some of them were starting to go bad, but not all of them, so I decided to go ahead and do this real quickly here. I have about 20 cups of apples in this bowl, and to that I am going to add 3 teaspoons of nutmeg. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it all over. We're going to mix everything up when we're done adding everything. And this is going to make approximately 3 pies. I like my pies really full because the apples will bake down, so they're going to be really big pies. And then next I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of flour. And we're also going to add 2 1/4 cups of brown sugar. I just used light brown sugar. You want to make sure when you're measuring it out that you pack it into the measuring cup to make sure you get the right amount. And then lastly, I'm just going to sprinkle some cinnamon on there. When I bake my pies, I'll add a little bit more cinnamon on there too, just because I really like cinnamon in my apple pies. So very gently. I should have used my bigger bowl, but I was in a hurry. I'm just going to kind of mix all of this up. There's a lot of recipes out there where you cook it too. Those ones, they usually have cornstarch in them, and I was out of cornstarch at the moment, so I'm just going to use this flour one. The flour and the cornstarch is just a thickener for when the apples start to release their juices when they're cooking. That way you don't have a soggy pie. So you just kind of want to make sure everything gets coated really well, mixed in. My apples, to keep them from turning brown when I was cutting them up, and so that they won't turn brown in the freezer. Some people use lemon juice. I just did a quick little dunk for each apple slice in a bowl of water that had salt in it. There goes one apple. And then I put them in a strainer so that the water could all strain out of it from the apples. But it's a really quick and easy way. If you're going to do cut apples for kids, if you're going on like a road trip, or if you're packing them a snack to go somewhere, that is also a great way. It doesn't actually change the flavor of the apples. It just prevents them from turning brown. So that's what I always do. Okay. And looks like things are getting mixed up here pretty well. So I make sure you get all the ones down in the bottom too, because the stuff kind of falls down there. And if you are making smaller pies, or if you're doing like a crumble top on your pie, you could probably even get 4 pies out of all of this. But I really like doing really thick pies, and then if I am going to do smaller ones, I usually just put them in a quart-size freezer bag. These ones I'm just going to put into gallon-size freezer bags. Don't shake the table, you guys. Okay, got helpers here with me. So then what I'm going to do is just aside a little bit. I've got some freezer bags here, and I'm just going to kind of divide it up here. Actually, this might be easier. Just to scoop. Don't shake the table, you guys. And this will last for several months in the freezer. And then when you are ready to make your pies, all you want to do is take out the filling the night before you want to make your pie and let it thaw in the refrigerator. And then you can just make your pie as normal. Pause it. I'm trying. Just pause it. Thank you. So anyways, just divide them up between your bags, and that's it. That's how I make my freezer pie filling. This recipe is great for large families. It's also great for if you have like a potluck or if you have a holiday gathering for your family. That one I'm going to want to make sure I wipe the bag really well on it, but it's a pretty basic, simple recipe, and it tastes really, really yummy. If you're like me and you like a lot of cinnamon in your apple pies, then just add more when you're putting it in the pie crust is what I usually do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.